During this ICE tutorial, we're going to continue on with our nicotine sort of theme, and we're going to create an actual cigarette. We're going to create the cigarette with ice particles, and we're going to create a behavior for it that allows it to essentially burn away. And we're going to do that using objects as emitters. We'll start by grabbing a polygon mesh cylinder. I'll size it up to approximately the height of a cigarette. And I'll make sure that I have a lot of extra subdivisions in the U direction so I can get a nice round profile to the cigarette. And then what I'll do is take the row of vertices that sit right in the middle and I'll move them up to define the filter. So this is the actual cigarette geometry. I'm going to use a color at vertex map on this geometry and pull from that in ice to color my particles. So the simple way to do this here would be to add a color at vertices map and then use a combination of Control W to access your paint weights with the vertex colors tab available. I would recommend setting the color paintbrush method to raycast and polygon bleeding. And then I'll pick a color. So I'll start with kind of like a dark filter color with, let's say, an orange, and I'll switch modes into an HLS mode. And I'll tune the luminance. So I've got a dark brown kind of filter color, and I'll hit Shift W, and I'll paint the polygons representing the filter. I'll choose a sort of gray, smoky color for the actual cigarette itself. And then when it comes to the nicotine at the top and bottom, I'll go with like a warmer orange color. To get just the rough illusion or the rough color of the nicotine. Okay, so that should look okay to start with. I'm going to do a little bit of a naming and organizing here. If I look at my selection window and I go into my clusters folder, I'm going to look at my vertex color map and rename it to cigarette smoke color or cigarette color. And this is a color at vertex map, so I should probably define that. So the first part is solved. We have our actual cigarette.